been to England? One. How many of you have heard of Trafalgar Square? One person. Okay. I'm going to inform you guys about this. It's now a tourist attraction, but it's a modern-day meeting place and a place of democracy for central London. This right in front of you is the National Gallery. It's on the west side of Trafalgar Square. There used to be a street that crossed right here, but they closed it off because it was really dangerous and it was not safe to get across. So they made it more pedestrian friendly. And this is just going around. There's a bunch of fountains in the square, and that's Admiral Nelson, and yeah. I'm going to discuss the Battle of Trafalgar, when it was built, and how it's changed over the years. Trafalgar Square is named after the Battle of Trafalgar. It happened in 1805, just south of Spain, and it was a naval battle between the English and then the French and the Spanish. And the English really asserted themselves as a naval authority of the day, and they won the battle pretty easily, and they went on to pretty much own the seas for the next couple hundred years. It was fought just west of Cape Trafalgar, which is South Spain. And now I'm going to discuss the construction of the square. Before Trafalgar Square was built, it was the department of the royal family headquarters. So it was also known as the Royal Mews. From the 13th century to the 18th century, it was known as the Royal Mews, which it just meant that it was it's just kind of where the royal family, it was basically like another place for the royal family to hang out. In the 18th century, the area was cleared and it was shaped into a square. It was like a block, and that was right when streets were starting to be built. And it was named Trafalgar Square in 1830. And then the National Gallery, which was the other side, it started to be built in 1832, and it has just a bunch of artwork and masterpieces from all over the world. It's like the Louvre in England. And then that is the Tower of Admiral Nelson. He's one of the heroes of the battle, and and then on this, there's another corner right here, and it's the St. Martin's in Fields Parish, and it's the church that most modern day churches are based on, like the seating arrangements. It's a smaller church, but it's really influential in how churches were built today. And now I'm going to talk about modern day Trafalgar Square. Obviously, this is modern day Trafalgar Square. When they first put in the fountains, they made really big fountains so that because they knew it was going to be a meeting place, they wanted to make sure that they could contain the amount of people, and so that there wouldn't be riots. And in 2003, the square was redeveloped, and they redid a bunch of the fountains and just remade them. And now it's more pedestrian friendly because they're not going to get hit by cars if they try and go to the National Gallery. And it's a place of national democracy and protest. And a lot of the time for the World Cup, they set up a big flat screen out there, and if you saw the World Cup, that's where, when they flashed to England when they were playing, they showed, that was where they showed. And there's a lot of New Year celebrations, and there was actually a protest there, I think I think it was like 2 weeks ago, regarding a case. I forget what the case was called, but it was a case, and they were protesting the outcome of it. In conclusion, we've all seen a national landmark, but none of them are really like Trafalgar Square. If you ever visit London, it's a place that you have to see. It's really a cool place, and it's a place that you have to see to really truly appreciate. Thank you.